Hello, my lovelies. I feel like I'm properly in the woods. I mean, I am in my parents' lake cabin. It's quite cold out, but I love being outside. So let's see this. Wait, publish. It's not a live stream. Oh no, I messed up. Hold on 1 second. I thought I would get better, and I was like, oh, I'm going to create the post in advance, and I did a like post and not the live video, so I was preemptively trying to do, and I acknowledge that the time is completely off. I was intending on coming on earlier, and let's see. So life happened. I was unable to come on earlier because I was showing up for people and kind of pulled by other people's timelines. So I apologize for not being on, but it's just 111. 111 is a powerful angel number. It's a reminder that the universe is looking out for you and you are connected and on your path. So I just saw 111. So I apologize for not being on time or not being at the time I was hoping to be. Hey, Spencer! Oh my gosh, I love that you're showing up. Spencer, are you actually doing the meditation? I'm super curious. So today's topic is the space in between. So it's come up with a few of my clients, and then also I've noticed it myself, but I've noticed it more lately. And I don't know if it's because it's the end of the year, it's right before it's about to be a new year, or what's going on, but so I've noticed this happens a lot of times in relationships, or relationships are new, but it can also be with work while you're waiting for work, or where you're transitioning from one thing to the next. But anytime something's new, you're basically building a bridge. You're going from something, you're creating something you've never had before. So oftentimes you need to create a bridge in between, or you have to let go of the old, or you're waiting for other people to hear from other people. So often in life, it's not just what we want, right? It involves, even if it is primarily our dream, it also involves other people. Subway yesterday with Yearly. Oh my God, I love it. So what happens oftentimes is this space in between. There is, when we're stepping into the unknown, there's an anxiety that comes. There's a part of us that wants to know the answers. There's a part of us that wants to know, well, what's going to happen and when is it going to happen and what is it going to look like? And for some people, the space in between is easier. For others, it just creates so much anxiety that whether we're consciously aware of it or not, we create answers just to have an answer. But oftentimes the answer that we create, right, is actually not, it like preemptively stops. It's like it stops the miracle, or it stops what could happen from happening. So it's like you're halfway there and you're stepping into the space, and it's like, okay, I give an example. I mean, this happens oftentimes in relationships, right? It's like, oh, you like this person, but you're not hearing back from them, and you're getting frustrated, or you assume the worst, or so then you preemptively make a decision, or you cut them out, or you respond in a way of like creating an answer. But if you were actually to allow it to go all the way through, what could be created from that space, it could actually be something new and something different. And so often what we do when we're in the space in between and this anxiety comes up, we recreate an old story. We don't allow for something fully new to come in. We don't allow for something we've never had before because it's too uncomfortable. Because that waiting time in between brings up our fears, it brings up our anxiety, it brings up, how am I going to pay the rent or my bills, or what if this person doesn't like me, what if I get hurt, whatever it is. Anytime there's something new, it means we haven't had it before. And all of that, those, whether they're unconscious or conscious, oftentimes it's unconscious, but all these fears, all this need to like plan down and be in a structure, as much as we think we want freedom, or as we think we want something new, there is so much in us that craves the known, that craves security. And it's not even real security, right? So much of the security that we create for ourselves is actually a false sense of security. So you can have the job, or you can have the house, or you can have the partner, And all of those things can be lost. But yet, if they're in our hand, or if we see them or feel them around us, it feels more secure, even if that security is not even fully real, right? So I just want to acknowledge that anytime that you're going for something new, anytime that you're going for something you've never had, you have to go in the space in between. It's the hallway of your life, the uncertainty, whatever you want to call it, it's inevitable. If you've never had it before, and it's new and it's different, you're inevitably going to come up against this place of unknown. You're going to come up against this place of fear. And it's a matter of, what do you do during that space? How do you occupy it? And how do you allow yourself to get into that uncomfortable, that hallway of your life, or the uncertainty, before this new thing that you desire is created, is wanted, is had? So I think this is a really important topic. Again, it's come up a lot lately with a lot of my clients, and I've noticed it in my own life as well. I'm kind of in this transitional phase, and it's like I know I can kind of feel or sense on the other side what it is I want and what it is I desire. But that in between is so, it grates up against everything in me that wants security, everything in me that wants to know the answers or how it's done, or like, and things. So I want to talk about, so I'm pretty sure most people know that feeling or know what I'm talking about. So I want to talk about a few things that you can do. So meditation. Hey, Joe, how are you? Welcome. I'm just talking about the space in between. Basically, before you get something that you want, right? Something new, something different, you're inevitably going to come up against these feelings of insecurity, of fear, of unknown, the part that wants to know the answers and wants to know, how does the other person feel? Or if you do the job, do they like me? Am I going to get in? Am I going to get the loan? Whatever it is, there's all these unknowns. And I just really want to help you guys to navigate the space in between, so you don't preemptively make decisions to cut off new opportunities before they come in. Because this is what happens oftentimes, and we don't even fully realize we're doing it, but we do it. And so there's a few things that I think are really helpful. One is meditation, and that's part of the reason why I do this daily meditation, because meditation allows you to create space. So basically, when you're meditating, you're observing. You're not taking action. You're in this place of stillness, and you're observing. You're observing your thoughts. You're observing everything that comes in. You're observing your feelings and your emotions, and you're not reacting. You're letting go. You're letting go. You're letting go. So that is incredibly helpful when you're in this in-between space, to allow, you might have anxiety. You might have fear. You might have overwhelming emotions, but it allows you to not fully, hey TJ, hey Osgaming, allows you to not have to fully react to them or not to respond. It allows you, so you've learned in your life how to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, or how to navigate it. So I swear by meditation. Another thing that's really helpful is journaling. So journaling is a way to just put it all out, to get it out on paper, to just be honest with yourself. And you don't have to share it with anyone else, but just to get all out. So journaling, talking to someone, meditation creates balance. Exactly. I love that. Thank you, Joe. Talking to someone, the thing that actually, I think talking with someone you have to be really careful about, because oftentimes when you talk to someone, they put their own ideas, they can put their own fears, and then that can get in your head. So being really mindful who you talk about, who you talk to, only talking to people that are really supportive and really understanding and don't come from a fear-based perspective. So I actually think it's much more helpful to talk to like a therapist or a healer, or someone whose job it is to hold space and not just give you answers out of fear. Another thing is being really mindful of what you take in, and not taking in fear-based shows or programming or news or whatever, because during the space in between, you're already going to have your own anxieties. It's probably better not to put the world's anxieties into that mix as well, or it might feel like too much. And then another thing, I say this a lot, but change the thought movement muscle. Go outside, distract yourself in healthy ways. So focus, take action. So taking action, if you want that, dream job or that take action towards it. If you want that person in that relationship and you don't want to overwhelm them with this feeling, do other things outside that make you happy so you don't unfairly put your energies and your fears on that person. Give them space as well. So doing things that are healthy and distract you in a healthy way, whatever it is that you love, do that, and that will help a lot. So those are just a few things. So the daily exercise, let's see what the exercise would be, to maybe write down to observe what do you do when you're in this place of the space in between, when you're uncomfortable, when there's fear, when there's anxiety. Do you run away? Do you respond or react? Oftentimes we respond in a way we make the other person react. So then we're like, well, I didn't do it, they did it. But if we're very honest with ourselves, there are things that we did that created their response to us. So just getting clarity about what it is that you do. And then we're going to go into the meditation. So it's so funny, my look. I'm like, I feel very Christmassy. I'm in my lake house. So it's like, it's outside. It's really cold. I'm like, literally, you guys want to see something really funny? So there's no light out here. So this is literally, I feel like a proper worker. Ooh, lightsaber. So, and the lake house is like on the water, but it's there's a road on the other side. So I apologize if you can hear. I know someone's laughing at me. My lightsaber. This is how much I love you all. I show up in the dark, in the cold, with my lightsaber because I am committed to you. So I hope you are committed to yourself. Okay. So is everyone ready? We are going to do 6 minutes. I like 6 minutes. We're going to do 6 minutes of the HUD Kundalini meditation for prosperity, and then we will do 5 minutes of silent meditation. So I hope everyone's ready. Sit with your spine erect, shoulders, make sure they're not too hunched, shoulders relaxed, chest open-hearted space. Take a full deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. And let go. One more time. Full deep breath in through your nose. Call in all your energy into this time and space. Let go of anything that's not yours, anything that doesn't serve you, anything you picked up throughout the day. One more time. Full deep breath in through your nose. Allow yourself to be with yourself and let go. And let's begin. I love you all, by the way. By the way, can you guys tell me if you can hear the music? I don't know what's going on with my computer, but I feel like it feels more quiet, but I don't know if it's just because there's external noise. So will everyone tell me, is the sound good? Can you hear the sound and can you hear me simultaneously? Will you put a thumbs up or tell me if the sound needs to be louder or quieter? If someone, oh no, and now it's too soon. Hold on, let me go back. But if someone can just let me know, is it, so at this level, is the sound, can you hear the sound and still hear me? If you can give me like a thumbs up or let me know. That's a lot of hard work. Can someone tell me? It's good? Okay, cool. Thank you. I love you all. Can I just say how much it means to me that you're all showing up for this and showing up for yourselves? Okay, take a deep breath in. Anyone who's new coming in, you pull in deeply at the navel and your gaze is 10% down. We're going to do this for 6 minutes. Let yourself fill up your cup and then let go of anything that is in the way of that prosperity as we just clear it out. Allow yourself to be open to the abundance of flow coming into your life. Your gaze is about 10% down, so you're just looking at yourself. Music and go. Thank you, Spencer. Pull in deeply at the navel. But every time you say the heart, can you allow yourself to feel this prosperity? Can you allow yourself to know that you are completely okay and taken care of? Even if you don't see it yet, even if you don't feel it, for this next 5 minutes, can you allow yourself to be open to that possibility? The possibility that the universe is taking care of you, that the universe has your back, that you're not alone, that you will be provided for. Can you suspend your disbelief of the possibility just for these 5 more minutes? And allow that feeling of prosperity to flow in you, to flow in your life. Imagine that like a warm blanket of light in front of you, behind you, beside you. Knowing you completely taken care of. You are not alone. You are prosperity. You are abundance. You are wealth. You have your health. You have a home. You have people that love you. You are not alone. And that if something is meant to be, it will happen. It can happen. It's completely possible. And your job is just to not stop it from happening, to allow it to happen, to allow it to come into your life. If you're supposed to have that relationship, that person, that job, your primary job is to allow yourself to receive. So often we think we want things, and we think we're not getting them. But yet there's so many things that we put, that we self-sabotage, that we get in the way. When that unknown comes in, that uncertainty, do they like me? Am I going to get it? How am I going to go? And we focus on that fear. What if you were to let go? Every time you empty your hands, I want you to imagine yourself letting go of that fear, letting go of that anxiety, letting go of that thing that tells you you're not going to get it. Why even try? Give up now. Quit. They don't like you. It's not going to work for you. You're never going to get what you want. You don't deserve it. Allow yourself to let go of all those feelings. Allow yourself to receive, to fully receive in all of your being. For the next 2 minutes, I want yourself to receive as much as possible the one thing you most need, whether it's love, relationship, partnership, abundance, prosperity, a certain job, a home, whatever it is. Allow yourself to receive that. What does it feel like to fully receive? And honor whatever comes up. It's 4:44 right now. 4:44 is a number of abundance. It's a number of wealth, of prosperity. Of knowing we're completely taken care of and looked at by the whole universe. So we're actually going to end on 4:44. Just hold that space, everyone. Keep going until the music stops. Look in front of you, your hands. And imagine the cup, allowing yourself to fully fill up, allowing yourself to fully receive. Because part of the deeper truth behind us not allowing ourselves to fully receive is what happens once I get it. If I have it, then I can lose it. If I have that job or that opportunity or that person, then if they leave, it'll hurt even more. There's a deeper truth behind. So we often just create the same old story, the same known, because we have fear and allowing ourselves to receive what we really, really want, what we most desire. So now we're going to do 5 minutes of silent meditation to just see what arises. When you allow yourself to receive what arises, and just honoring, no judgment, allowing yourself to just honor it. Everyone take a full deep breath in and through your nose, and let go. And for 5 minutes, we're just going to sit in silence and allow ourselves to feel whatever comes up, no judgment. We're going to give our feelings space, our thoughts space. We're going to allow ourselves and our feelings just to be seen. So oftentimes we think we want to be seen, but we don't allow ourselves to be seen. We don't allow our thoughts to be seen. We don't allow our feelings to be seen. We push them away. We social media them away. We eat them away. We drink them away. So for the next 4.5 minutes, what would happen if we just allow ourselves to be seen? So I'm just going to sit in silence with you, inviting you into this space, allowing you to see you. Just focus on your breath. Breathe all the way fully into your belly and exhale and release fully. Allow your breath to calm you and any anxiety or feelings of your breath. And if your mind wanders, just come back here. Come back to your breath. Come back to this space of peace, knowing that it's always yours to come back to. Whatever is going on in the outside world, whatever is going on in your internal world, the space of peace is free. It doesn't cost anything. All it costs is a little bit of energy and time and attention. And we all have that. As much as we think that we don't, you always do. You can always come back. Come back to your breath. Come back to this moment. In this moment, all is well. In this moment, I'm completely taken care of. In this moment, there are no problems. In this moment, all that exists is pure possibility. I can do whatever I want in this moment. The choice is mine. The freedom is mine. Take a full deep breath in through your nose. Allow it to fully replenish you, and then let go. So, one thing I did want to share, another thing that I have found extremely helpful when you're in a place of anxiety or in a place of fear, one thing you can do to get out of that space, help someone else. Is honestly, whether it's volunteering or calling, asking how someone else is, going and taking a walk, go and listen to someone else, being of service. But it not only allows you to get out of your own way and out of your own head, but it also really allows you to connect to someone else, to connect to another, to connect to your own wisdom if you offer any kind of advice. But it also allows you a reminder to know that everything you go through in your life can only be of the highest value and the highest purpose if you use it to help someone else. Any pain you've experienced, I know that when my brother passed away, it was one of the hardest things I went through. And I remember someone sharing with me about a month in, I was having a really hard time. And they said, it's really great that you're showing up for yourself. And they, well, what about if you showed up for someone else? And I remember thinking, like, it's way too early. How can I can barely show up for myself. How can I show up for someone else? And I ended up volunteering. I volunteered with a young woman who had cancer, and realizing through that experience and really being able to show up for her and go through her and her process, that at the end of the day, we all experience loss, whether it's of our health, of our home, of loved ones, of a job, of dreams, of desires. It's one thing that's universal. And so anytime I have a fear, if I get out of my own way and focus my time and attention on someone else, it passes the time and it also makes all my pain worth it. So that is my last little bit of wisdom that I'm going to leave all of you with. Thank you for all of you being with me. If this helped in any way, if you could please share, like, comment, subscribe, allow as many people as possible. If you've been helped by this in any way, pass it on. That's all I ask. That's it. I'm giving my time and energy because I believe in this and I think it's important. So if it has helped you in any way, all I ask is just pass it on. Allow someone else to receive this wisdom. Allow someone else to receive this opportunity that might not have otherwise. So thank you all. Have an amazing day. Thank you for all that showed up. Thank you, Bruno. Love and light, everyone. Remember, be the change you wish to see in the world. It begins and ends with you. Bye, everyone. I hope you have an amazing day. If you haven't liked it yet, I would love a like, share, comment. Bye.